next up on Benham TV, we've got a really special item. So just before we get started, just so you can follow along, it is product number 40401, and it is a framed penny black and a 1990 mini sheet. Gary, tell us about this.
Basically what you got, the mini sheet is a reproduction, or something, not a reproduction, it's a reproduced version of the penny black that was made into this sheetlit form back in 1990. It was brought out to coincide with the exhibition, national exhibition here in the UK. And basically alongside it, what you've got is an original and genuine penny black, which is the world's first ever postage stamp. So it's like everybody
the
wants
world's first ever postage stamp.
World's first ever postage stamp.
Wow.
And it's something that every collector all over the world would want in their collection just because of the history of it, you know? And if you're a kid, like when I was a kid, everybody collected stamps. It's gone a little bit out of vogue with youngsters now, but they're coming back into it a bit.
Absolutely.
And often what happens, people who collected as children, when they get older, they go back to it, you know? So you've got a rekindled, you know, sort of collectors. But stamps are really hot at the moment. But the penny black, they were printed in sheets of 13.
Okay.
And so the ones that were nearest the end, they call them the plate numbers. Basically the plates that were near the end, you know, like 13 to 11, 10, are probably rarer than the ones in the middle, and the other end, the 1s, 3s. Well, if you think about it, they're the ones that got used most or damaged because they're at the end. The ones in the middle were more left around. That's one theory. And obviously the value and most of the value is devised by the amount of margins around the postage stamp itself.
So what do you mean by that?
Like if you look on there, there's like 4 little corners. I don't know if you can go in close on there, but you'll see on the actual stamp itself, there's 4 like margins in each corner. And the more of those that are visible, generally the more valuable it is. But this is about probably the lowest end of the scale you can possibly get for buying a penny black. In certain conditions, you could still be paying up to several, you know, a few £1,000s. But it's not a rare stamp. It's not as rare as people think, but it is a stamp that everybody wants. And its value is gauged by the condition of the actual postage stamp.
That's pretty incredible. It's just really highly collectible, isn't it? Especially for any stamp fan out there.
Everybody wants one. Yeah. You see those 4 corners now, like the margins, the 4 corners?
Yeah.
Obviously it's difficult with a flare there, but into the frame. But that if it's got all 4 of them, it would be worth more than if one was missing. If it's cut in tight to the side, you know, in other words, part of the margin down the side is cut away. They're all things that would take the value down a bit. Okay. But obviously this is a very, very favourable price to actually get your hands on a framed penny black. Always really popular.
I just think if you know anyone who collects stamps, this has to be, it's a must, isn't it?
It is, anyone. And again, if you've got a relative or someone who lives abroad or something, maybe an expat or something, you're always wondering what you can buy them. But this is something that they're always going to love, simply because it's something they've probably dreamt about, and as a child, something
the iconic
never
stamp,
ever seen one. That's right. And if you've got an office or somewhere sort of special, a drawing room, hang that on the wall, and people are going to be, my God, you know. I know a famous story where a guy had quite a lot of dental treatment done in return for a penny black. What he didn't tell the guy was the penny black he gave him wasn't the best quality.
Oh, really?
So the guy's got this penny black, which is marvellous, which is great as well, but it wasn't worth as much as the several £1,000s that he thought it was. That the actual dental treatment was, you know.
So is this one limited edition as well?
Yeah, in this format, they've put it together with the stamp sheetlit there. And that's what's made it so special and so different. But in this format, Benham have created this. It's a wonderful collectible.
It's so beautiful, isn't it?
And of course, there's only 150 in this format.
Wow. 150, that's it. Just to remind you then, that is product number 40401. It is the framed penny black and the 1990 mini sheet there. It's only £175. And that's £6.99 for postage and packaging as well.
It's a great way to get your hands on a true piece of original British heritage and history, and it's the world's oldest and first postage stamp.